Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm just gonna hop right into this reading and start shuffling the cards. Be right back. Okay, so right away I'm getting that we are reunited with our community that we had left for a time period. Yeah, because I'm hearing reunited and it feels so good. I'm feeling like when we pass on, we have everything we need. I see nature, scenery. I see being surrounded by friends and family. I'm also seeing like being surrounded by nature and like birds or animals. I'm also hearing the power of the mind is not a joke. So, whatever you want to manifest around you is what you get. I had a thought. I've been thinking a lot about death and like what I would want on the other side. And I was thinking about like how I would want a buffet of food and like indulging in that. And they're showing me grapes. So that's just confirmation that like you can have that whatever you want on the other side. And I was also feeling like I would want to be surrounded by waterfalls, like a huge waterfall, and be in a river and just swim and stuff like that. And I feel like I could have that if I wanted it. I'm also feeling like it's kind of like Roblox where you can customize your character and change your hair color or change the length of how you want your appearance to look, if you even want an appearance. And I'm getting that the main thing is when you pass on to the other side, there's going to be like this light bulb moment where everything makes sense, especially to, I'm like talking to you guys, but I'm also talking to myself. Everything will make sense when you pass on. Like everything will click, everything will make sense. I just want to reiterate that. Literally, two cards just came out of a girl baking bread surrounded by ingredients. And then another card came out with somebody jumping off a huge rock into like this river surrounded by their friends and family and a dog and birds. So that's just so crazy. You guys, whatever you want to be at the other side, you can have that. So what do you want? And don't limit yourself. Because I know I am. I kind of want the more simple things, but like I know even that is limiting. 'Cause I can really have anything I want on the other side. And there's nothing to be afraid of. If you're scared of passing on, or if a loved one passed on, they're truly, truly in a better place. They're probably having so much fun. um, yeah. The other side is an adventure in and of itself. I'm also receiving that death is not the end, it's just the beginning. It's the beginning of your next move. What are you going to do next? It's kind of like you're planning out something for your life. Like you're setting a goal, you're setting multiple goals. I don't know. It's like when you go to the other side, you start planning your next move. And my eyes are being drawn towards self development on my tarot card. So it has to do with your self development. Also, your senses. You think you have senses here on earth, your senses heighten so much more when you're on the other side. Times 10, I'm hearing. what you literally smell, taste, hear is heightened. And there's a sense of security too. There's a sense of togetherness, wholeness, completeness, trust. When we come down to earth, it's almost like a act of service. It's almost like a favor. It's almost like community service, coming down to do charity work, coming down to help, to aid. And when you pass on, it's almost like you see the results of taking a really long test. So it's like seeing your grade, seeing your results, seeing what came about you being here and offering your services. I'm feeling like our energetic bodies, our aura has a certain blueprint and has a certain frequency that it emits. You know how like um those sound healing bowls emits a certain frequency when they're played, and it affects how your mind thinks, and it just affects you when you hear healing bowls. Well, that's our energetic body. So when we come down here, whether you realize it or not, your frequency affects others around you. Everything you do, everything you are, doesn't matter if you don't say anything, if you don't do anything, your energy literally affects the people that are around you, your environment, that space that you're currently in. I feel like you understand how you affected others so much so it's like very intricate how it's shown to you, how you may have caused certain situations to unfold. You almost see how powerful your energy was at the other side, like how you played a role in certain things and just how everything kind of unfolded. I don't know. It's like your own butterfly effect. You existing is its own butterfly effect. Like, what if you didn't exist? That would have a huge effect. Now, what if you did exist? And then you see like the difference. Like, they really go into detail of how karma kind of works and how everything kind of has a contrast, even good things. So, passing on is like sobering up. Say you were drunk, right? This whole time you were on earth, you were drunk. Going to the other side is like sobering up and like realizing like what you did on that drunken, crazy night. I'm also seeing movie night. So while you're being reviewed for your progress, you're also taking notes on like what you could have done differently or how you could have handled a certain situation better. Um, Taking accountability on how you were blaming other people and really you should have taken responsibility, how you got in your own way, what you need, and what you were prioritizing instead. Like you were prioritizing your wants when you know better. And you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. And I want to say it's like in a loving way. Like love is very emphasized. It's not punishment. It's not harsh. It's just. I feel like you have the option to choose if you want to see if you would have taken certain avenues and what that might have looked like if you took a certain path. Maybe you were in between two crossroads. You get to see, okay, well, I chose this path. You get to see if you would have chosen another path and what the results might have been then. You really, everything comes full circle. Everything really just makes so much sense. I feel like a lot of what makes Earth kind of a little bit of a burden is like the responsibility to take care of yourself, with like finances and all that, and just like that's an added layer of like heaviness. I feel is being responsible for how much money you like get, and then how you manage that money, and how you take care of yourself, and prioritizing and always making decisions. And that can like add a layer of stress to your life, right? And on the other side, you don't really have that layer of stress. You don't really have that added responsibility of, okay, well, I have to weed out what does not serve me in order to prioritize what is important, and how I spend my money, and how I make money, and just working, and like getting past the hurdles of how you view hard work, how you make money, your relationship with money, the affirmations that you say unconsciously every day when thinking about money. Of course, if you have a better relationship with money, that's going to show up on earth differently than if you are struggling with that. It's going to add a layer of intensity and just, really planning your budget and stuff like that. But yeah, on the other side, I feel like that's not really necessary. You already have everything you need, but you're still working in a sense. You're still working. You're just not having that added layer of responsibility where it's work in a different type of way. You're literally focused on yourself, and you get to create literally whatever you want at the drop of a hat. And that will be your day to day reality on the other side. You get to create exactly what you want. I'm not even going to get into time and how that works because it's a lot. Um, but yeah, I feel like dying is almost like receiving good news. It's almost like, oh, oh. And I'm also feeling like every single little thing that we overdo, that we overlook, every little single thing that we do on earth, like matters, especially the little things, the little details that we overlook every day. Every single thing matters. The small little acts of kindness, gestures, the thoughts that you have, every single thing you do on here really does matter. It gets emphasized on the other side. You basically are like getting a review of how you impacted everybody and how your emotions play a huge role, huge role in how things come about and why people do what they do. So yeah, I'm feeling overall you really get to decide what you want. Do you want to live on a farm? Do you want to be able to sing on the other side? Maybe you couldn't sing on Earth, but maybe you want that. Well, you can. You can. On the other side, you can create anything at the drop of a hat. I feel like on the other side, you also get to be extremely creative Like, say you want to create an event, like a fair, right? Well, you can create a scent. Not only can you create an environment, but you can create the scents that you want during the experience. It's really interesting. Like, you can really get detailed on how you want to create something. What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? What emotions does it bring out of you? What do you hear? And you can really get creative with what you want to create. It doesn't have to sound like a country fair. It can sound like, I don't know. There's just, it gets really intricate, is what I'm trying to say. Whatever you are drawn towards, like whatever style you're drawn towards, I feel like you can have it. If you're drawn to like what people look like in the 1800s, you can have that. If you want to have a farm, you can have that. And another thing, you may think that you don't want to come down to earth ever again, but once you get up there, you're going to want to help. You're going to want to offer your services. You're going to have that sudden urge to like try something different or like, I don't know, like you don't realize who you are. When you pass on, I feel as if you become a more authentic version of yourself. You become your actual self, your real self. I feel like there's so many different scenarios of what could happen when we pass on. Like, there's so many things that could unfold in different ways. And it really just depends on your timeline and what you came here to do and just your background, everything. It really just depends. But it could also be a little bit unexpected when you pass over. It's a little bit shocking almost. I feel different scenarios popping up in my mind, like someone not even realizing that they passed on, and then suddenly they realize that they passed. So I'm seeing unexpected things that could pop up when passing on. And I want to add that it also depends on like how you passed too. Like, was it sudden? Was it slow? Like, it really just depends. But I'm just giving you guys an overall general marking of what it may look like or feel like. I feel like there could be scenarios where people do get a little bit sad or feel a little bit of heartache when they do pass. If they were attached to their body or if they were really intertwined into the matrix. And these are people who are less spiritual in nature. It's not that they're not spiritual, it's that they truly believed in a way of thinking that gave the illusion that they were less spiritual, but once passing on, they realize how spiritual everything is. So, yeah, I am seeing how some people could be a little bit heartbroken that they passed if they really loved their life and loved their lifestyle or just believed in certain things that kind of warped their mind. Yeah, definitely for the people who are more materialistic are going to feel that way or really loved what they had, like physically, whether it's their home, how much money they were making, or just things. Maybe how they looked, like the people who didn't really go through an ego death, or the people who haven't come to terms with their own ego. You could also be kind of like upset if you passed and you had unfinished business too, not just being attached to materialistic things. Um, I'm literally hearing, hold up, wait, what? Whoa. And then I'm seeing this card that I have and how grand everything is once you zoom out of the little life that you lived. From a bird's eye view, everything is so incredible. Hold up, wait, what? Whoa. I'm also seeing like this tunnel that we go through when we die. Just literally seeing someone in this tunnel. You also still get to work on what you were working on Earth on the other side. So if there was something you were working on, or if there was a particular skill or craft that you wanted to improve on, you still get to work on that. You still get to culminate and build that legacy. I'm also seeing a lot of the number 8, which, if flipped on the side, represents the infinity symbol. But it also makes me think of Saturn, and it just makes me think of infinity the most, though. When you pass, you realize how important your everyday incantations are. So, like the things that you tell yourself throughout the day, the narratives that you keep replaying, the songs that you sing, the music you listen to, anything you chant throughout the day, affirmations. It makes you realize how it kind of affected the people around you and how it kind of manifested around you and how it affected your own behavior too towards other people. I feel like another reason why you might want to come back to Earth is because you realize certain places where there is opportunities to grow from certain situations. You're reviewing your life and you're seeing things from a higher perspective, and you're not in that space where it's kind of dense and it's very limiting, could be very limiting. So when you're operating from this lighter, energetic place, you want to work on it. You want to see how you could have maybe improved in this area of your life, or if you had a reset button, you would commit to something more fully and sooner. If you would have known, if you would have realized, like, there's so many ways on like how you could have improved your life, and you want to take heed and you want to help. So it's not like, while living here, it's a completely different perspective. But while being passed on, it's different. It's not the same. It's your real self, or your truest form that's not afraid, that's not burdened by all these emotional things that are weighing on you and stifling you. The low self esteem, the anxiety, all of those things are not inhibiting you as much, if at all. And so you want to come back and be better. You see in this abundance lens, you don't see how Earth made you feel. Let the power of abundance flow through you and open up fresh opportunities for growth. Passing on is like holding up a mirror to a certain version of yourself that went through this experience and had to tackle these emotional beasts that is within you time and time again. When passing on, you almost see how Earth was this like black hole that kind of just sucks you in, and it's a incredible immersive virtual reality that is so intense that it's hard to like be aware of your awareness and what's going on around you and to you and what you're causing to yourself. It's like this game within game within game within a game within a game within a game. There's just like so many layers to Earth. Dying is snapping out of it. And I'm seeing in my mind's eye, game over. Another thing that popped up in my mind's eye is redemption. And redemption means being saved, restored, or being freed from something negative by making amends, paying a price, or being rescued. And in the most broad sense, it's the process of moving from a state of loss, guilt, failure, or bondage to one of restoration, forgiveness, freedom, or renewal. So I want to emphasize on being free, being freed from something. It's like almost a long awaited process, or I don't know if that's the right word. And you get to also review the things that went right, not just the things that went wrong, but like what went right in your life. What did you tap into that really, really helped you or helped another person? What did you make from scratch? Also, I want to say that your trust is restored, or there's so much trust and faith, and you feel really connected to like everybody around you. It just makes sense. Whatever it is, it makes sense. And Earth is almost like, okay, you're going here to practice. So go down there, practice, and then when you come back up, we'll see how you did, see how you grew from all the practice that you were doing. And some of you guys signed up to um practice through heartbreak, practice through pain and suffering, like the things that took a long time to happen for you, or the things that you blocked yourself from. Just all the things that were weighing you down, and the things that didn't work out, and the things that didn't go your way or made you upset. You're practicing through those situations. Some of you guys to go down to earth and decide, hey, I want to do this on level easy mode, or I want to do it on medium. And some of you guys go down to earth and say, hey, I want to for it to be level hard. I want to get a lot of stuff done. So make this level kind of hard and make this level, I don't know, extreme mode. Yeah, so you guys all come down here on different levels of like how easy you want it to be and how difficult you want that journey to be. And I don't think it hits you until you're in Earth and dealing with everything. It doesn't hit you how intense it is until you're here. So the more you put on your plate, the more of that level of difficulty is increasing. So if you guys feel like your life is like extremely like one after the other, every second of every day you have to work at something, yeah, that's because you decided that you wanted to really practice and get stuff done. You were really motivated at the time to really come down here and really get to work and help out as much as you can, especially within your family, your ancestry, your lineage, whatever you inherited, having to do with your family, helping your family line, something like that. Well, so for those of you who are more aware of the spiritual aspects of life, obviously those who are watching my video at this time, you will feel like you're in between worlds. So you'll have this sense of, yes, there's the other side, but I know it's not the end. But I'm also living this game in this reality that is super immersive. And I feel like I'm in between worlds. I feel like I'm in this weird space where I know that that's coming and it's inevitable, but I'm also trying to just go with the motions and try my very best to have the courage to live my life and to have the strength to keep going. I feel like you become more aware of your student role and being curious about learning again, especially when it comes to love and emotions. Love is a big part of passing. Like, love plays a huge role when you pass. Not really sure what that may mean, but it's like a key component. Perhaps we realize that it's been all about love this whole time. All we needed was love this whole time, and love for everything and everyone. Yeah, it's almost like you start to remember and you become more intuitive when you pass and you understand exactly where you went wrong. And not just like in the sense that you're experiencing, if you're already experiencing this now, even more so when you pass. Like, it's vivid. I'm seeing intense colors, intense, yeah, just like all your senses are heightened. And I also want to say, like, there's this never ending, ongoing battle that you have with what you have with yourself and what you want from that, and how you want to contribute to others and the environment. There's just like this ongoing, never ending drive to just go and work. I'm feeling like it's something you want to do. It's not like something you have to do. It's something that you genuinely, because you feel this love, because you feel this connection with others, because you are love. You are love. And I want to get into what movie night might mean even further. So I'm seeing it's kind of like a get together and a celebration where people celebrate the success that you have created for yourself. If you like to think of things in an astrological perspective, think about the planet Venus. And that's what I'm getting from movie night. And Venus is a planet of love, relationships, what you value, how you express affection, what you enjoy, what you find beautiful, and how you relate to other people. So it's all about pleasure, enjoyment, attraction, aesthetics. And yeah, that is like the theme of movie night. Yeah, so this is kind of like a social gathering that's happening. I'm even seeing someone get emotional. Um, and I don't know if it's a result of seeing yourself on a movie screen or if it's from being reunited or maybe both. But yeah, I am seeing that someone, like in my mind's eye, being celebrated for their deeds. It's not just all lessons, and it's fun too. It's fun and pleasure as well. Yeah, I am. I'm feeling the emotions. I'm feeling this outpouring of whatever you're feeling. And like I said, I'm not sure if it's coming from the movie or just the whole thing, just maybe everything. That everything all at once. And I'm also seeing how important it is to follow what lights your heart on fire, to never deny yourself of that nourishment that it provides you and your spirit, no matter what comes of it, no matter the fruits of it, just simply you following things that make you truly well rounded, aligned, happy. Those things that benefit you, your highest good, are things that you're going to recognize during movie night as something to be treasured, to love, and to, no matter what, follow your heart, and how important that is, no matter what world you decide to incarnate into. Does that make sense? Like, don't be focused of what it can get you. Just sit back, relax, and watch how it unfolds in your life. How it has almost this domino ripple effect, this butterfly effect on everything that it just pours into as a result of simply following that. And that's like a really big lesson that you're going to see in movie night. And I kind of want to go into how you're going to feel too. You know how you like accomplish something? Like, I'm getting something that's like takes practice to accomplish, and like, you do it daily or whatever, and then you're done. That feeling of like, I'm done. I did what I needed to do. That's like the feeling you're going to have during movie night, or like when you're passing. You're going to feel like this accomplished feeling, or like I did what I was supposed to do, or something like that. Just this feeling of being proud and feeling accomplished. Seeing results from going to the gym consistently, or like just finishing this huge project, or finally reaching a goal that you set a long time ago. So not just like, oh, um, something simple and trivial. Like, I'm talking about something like you worked for, and then the feeling of that afterwards. That is what it's gonna feel like. Like you won. This sense of fulfillment, this sense of pride. I did that. Like, I can't believe I did that. You release that fear that was holding you back. You know? It's something that you're completing that's meaningful. And that is truly, 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 truly satisfying once you're done. It's the best feeling. But also, I want to say movie night is like tea. You're going to be seeing all the tea, like the gossip, the information, the news, the truth about the situation that was really going on. Like, you're going to have all the tea on what really happened. It's going to be something that you don't want to miss, a movie night to remember. Like, it's not going to be something you're going to be having your popcorn like ready, okay? You're going to be waiting for this to reveal itself to you. So yeah, that is everything that I am kind of feeling for what happens when we pass. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I really enjoy doing these types of readings. If you have any suggestions or pick a card readings that you want me to do, please let me know down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and supporting me. Bye.